My name is Katie Kraft, and I did my technology on Book Creator. It's one that you can just type into your browser, and it's completely free. So I started with the teacher's account. I had already created one just earlier today to make a couple examples and explore it to see if that's what I wanted to do. There are some upgrades. I'm not sure what they're all about, but I was able to do a lot with just the free account. So I did one with an example on an actual westward expansion fictional narrative project that we already do in class. You can add titles, you can add Google Images, you can take pictures. So one of the cool ones that I liked was the auto pen. You can draw any shape and then it tries to guess what you're drawing. So I was trying to draw the little daughter's dress. You can see how many different things it comes up with, so you could, I think that would be really creative for those kids that don't like to draw or don't think that they're good at drawing, or even just because it's difficult to draw on a mouse or an iPad. You can also add in different emojis. My students love adding emojis whenever possible, so I think that would really catch their interest, that they could have a lot of fun with that. It's another alternative to having to draw or write a whole bunch of things. You can add different text boxes, edit the image sizes. This is kind of where they had to start an example of having what they had to do on the road. So there's a picture that I drew plus a Google image. You can encourage them to add more details to their story. So like, what did the people eat on the westward expansion? Tons of different options for pictures, and from what I could observe, they were all pretty appropriate for my grade level. You can add different boxes, layouts for, like in the graphic novels, like there's the triangle, bunch of squares. You can add text boxes, lots of different options to kind of keep the kids engaged. It does take some time, so I would probably do this when we finish with something or some independent work time, as opposed to several days. The other option I thought would be fun is when you introducing the kids to this, you could do an about me or an about them. So I did an example one about me and that I have dogs and school. You can change that book layout, my favorite foods, who's in my family. Really simple, easy ones. Lots of alternatives for kids. The other flip side is adding your students, because I know that's really hard for littles. So you just type in any of the students' names, then you click add, then you add them to whatever library you want. So if you have several years or several classes, you can add them to different ones. Then you can either click QR badges and print those out for the kids to just scan them back in, or you can download just links. So an example of going over to a student's view or from my books would be look like this. So they have, you can notice that the student gets to pick their icon. They can visualize the book. It can have it read to them if they need help reading. So I think this is just a really good tool, a little more engaging than having them have to draw on paper and pencil. I plan to use it next year.